Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to the Japan Study Center. Today we are going to see the chapter of geography and what is our topic today? Classification of the climate. There is the most important here. The very fact of the measure weather element in the different part of the world and there is the most important here. The every location of districts of the climate here. There is a number of different climates large in order to easily understand and the correspondent there is a larger variety of the climate of the world has been classified into a few major groups, each having contain a common important characteristics here. Although there is several attempt has been to made by scholar to classify the climate of the world for the proper understanding of the major climate types, no single classification is a perfect. As a climate stand for the generalized and composite weather condition. However, the Greek Phares made in the first attempt to classify the world climates on the basis of the distribution of the temperature and insolation. They divide the world into five latitudinal thermal zones. The boundary of these zones are fixed on the basis of the angle at which their sun as a ray strike the earth. The following are the five thermal zones is the most important here. So here the five thermal zone is the most important here. There is a northern freeze zone, northern temperate zone, territory zones, southern temperate zones and south freeze zone. There is a five zone is most important. Show in this diagram. There is a most important zone here. The first one there is the thermal zone. Thermal zone is divided here. Territory zone. It is the largest and thermal zone. It is the largest of the thermal zone. It is cover almost half of the area of the earth as a surface. It is situated between there is a tropical of Cancer 23 1.5 north and tropic of Capricorns 23 1.5 south. The sun is a ray almost vertically throughout there here in this zone. And the midday sun is overhead to equator on the equator is on the 21st March and 23rd September. It is also is overhead to the tropical of Cancer on 21st June at the tropical of Capricorn is the 22nd December. The duration as of the day and the night are away equal. The 12 hours at each one of the equator and then increase to the 13 hours 27 minutes at the tropics. The range of temperature is the lowest at the equator and it is increasing to about to the tropics. There is the most important zone here. The next here, temperate zone. The temperate zone are one on the other side of the terrace zone. The north temperate zone lies between to the tropics of Cancer, 23 1.5 north, and the Arctic circle is a 66 1.5 north. The south temperate zone lies between the tropics of Capricorn, 23 1.5 south, and Antarctic circle, 61 1.5 south. The sun is near to the overhead is a zone is a winter season. The night are longer and the day are the shorter and the vice versa in their summer. The difference between the duration of the day and the night increasing to about the poles. The maximum duration of the day in the summer and that of night is the winter in the polar circle is the 24 hours. When it is the summer is the northern hemisphere, it is a winter in the southern hemisphere and vice versa. The third point is a phase zone. Phase zone like their temperate zone. Phase zone is also found in their both of hemisphere. The north phase zone is the lies between the Arctic circle 66 1.5 north and the north pole is a 90-degree north. The south phase zone lies between the Antarctic circle 66 1.5 south and the south pole is 90 degrees south. During the winter season, the sun does not rise above the horizon for almost 6 months. And these are the coldest region of the world. The surface remains permanently frozen under thick snow. The Earth is divided into the five thermal zones on the basis of the distribution of the insolation and temperature. The five thermal zones are Territory Zone, Northern and Southern Temperate Zone, and Northern and Southern Freezing Zone. There is an important point here. The next point here, climatic type. There is an important here. The B here, climatic types. The concept of thermal zone is that thermatically and explained there is a distribution of solar energy over to the earth as a surface. As discussed earlier, there are several other factors besides the angle of the sun's rays, which influence the climatic of the place, keeping in view other factors responsible for the distribution and combined influence of the temperature and rainfall. The modern scientist has arrived to several classification of the climate and its types. The most widely used of system of climatic classification in its various modified form is that is Baltimore Koppen is 1846 to 1940. It is based upon the temperature, precipitation, and their seasonal characteristics. The relationship of climate with the vegetation is also included with it. According to these schemes, the world has been divided into five climatic groups and they are further subdivided into the 30 climatic types that are following. There is the most important here, climatic group and climate type. The first here, tropical climate, hot air all season. Tropical rainforest, savanna climate, monsoon climate. Important here. The next here, dry climate. The dry climate, desert climate, and steppe climate. And the sea here, warm temperate, raining and middle altitude, rainy climate, mid-winter. The air types here, Mediterranean climate, China types climate, and Western European climate. The next year, humid middle latitudes climate, several winter. There is here taiga climate, cool east coastal climate, and there are continental climate. There is the most important here. The last seven is a polar climate. There is an important here. The polar climate here, tundra climate, and ice cap climate. There are types here. You will study the specific criteria of some of these climate types in their sequentially lesson dealing with the life of people in low altitudes, mid altitudes, and high altitude region of the world. And the main important point here, B is Koppen's scheme of climatic classification based on the temperature, precipitation, and the seasonal characteristics. There is important here. And according to these schemes, is the world has been divided into five climatic groups and 30 climatic types. There is a most important here.